Welcome back to Nof49 Gardening. It's been a couple days since the snowstorm. Our temperatures today and yesterday were about 6 degrees above freezing, but unfortunately they're calling for snow again in the next few days. You can see behind me here, still got some snow on the garden beds, but I think what we're going to do, we're going to get that garlic into the ground. It's the fall garlic, and we got to get it done because I don't know if the weather's going to get any better. So let's get started. So I've gone ahead and cleared the snow off my bed. I've added a little bit of organic fertilizer and quite a lot of compost, and I've gone and tilled it in. One of the biggest problems we had when I started gardening here was we just went and bought some soil from our local gardening center, put it in, and what we found over the summertime was that the soil got so hard and compacted, and then the clay really started to show itself. Very high clay content in our soil, which causes us a lot of problems. So I watched a lot of videos, did a lot of research, and ultimately what I learned is the best way to deal with clay in your soils is to get as much organics into your soil as possible. Hence I started composting, and we've had some great success. Let me show you. This is the garden bed where I'm going to put my garlic this year. We had potatoes here last summer, and they did very, very well. And I was very pleasantly surprised at how the soil remained nice and loose throughout the summer. When I dig into this, I can reach down really easily, digging just with my hand, going down probably down to at least my wrist. And you can see that this soil is nice and loose. And when you squeeze it together, it holds, but then very easily breaks itself apart. Very impressed with this, and I'm looking forward to getting some garlic in there this summer. I'm going to be planting two different kinds of garlic, and these were harvested from my garden this fall. The one on the left, the whiter ones, is a German hardneck. The one on the right, that's a little bit more purple, is a legacy hardneck. And what we've learned is that up here in zone 3, hardnecks definitely do the best. Softnecks just seem to like the warmer climates, so the hardnecks really do quite well. And what I've done is I've essentially kept 5 bulbs of each of the larger bulbs that I could find from each of them. And these are the ones I'm going to plant. So let's get started. I've been asked before what a hardneck garlic versus a softneck garlic looks like. So here's one of the German hardnecks that I've opened up. And as you can see with a hardneck, it, as the name implies, has a much harder neck on it, the stem. And what you'll see is it passes all the way through to the bottom of the garlic. Whereas a soft neck one would actually not have this at all. It would have more just clusters of the actual garlic cloves. All right, here I've got all my cloves broken out, and what you'll notice is that the German hardnecks, the cloves are so much bigger. So we only got about 13 of these out of five bulbs, whereas the legacy cloves are much smaller. I think I got about 33 cloves out of 5 of them. So just as a comparison, I'll put them in my hand. The one on the left is a legacy, and the one on the right is the German. The instructions on the packaging say that you should sow these about 3 inches underground, and that's 3 inches to the bottom. And this is the bottom that will go down, and that's where the roots will come out. And then the pointy, that's where the top goes. So they're saying about 3 inches down and 6 inches apart. And what I found is that 3 inches down is about right, and I don't usually measure this, but 6 inches apart I find is a little bit far, especially when I'm trying to grow as much food as I can in a smaller area. I find that doing them only about 4 inches apart more than suffices. So let's get started. When I go to plant my garlic, I don't pre-dig a hole. I just make sure I know which side goes to the bottom, which side is the top, and I know I want to get the bottom, oh geez, about 3 inches deep. So what I do is I literally just kind of push it down into the dirt till I feel that I'm about that deep. You can see it in there, and I literally just close it up. And that's it till the spring. Let's get the rest of them in. pretty lucky here. We don't have any raccoons and rabbits can't get into my yard. I've got my yard nicely closed up with the fence, so I'm pretty good there. But one problem I do have is squirrels. Squirrels love to dig through my garden. So what I've got is I found this plastic netting that has holes in it, let's say about 3/8 of an inch square, about 1 centimeter. And what I do is I lay this down just on top till the spring, till they've germinated, and then the squirrels can't get in. But before I put this down, I've got some mulched up leaves here. I'm gonna put those down, give myself about an inch worth of leaves on top of there, and then I'll get this netting down, and that'll be it for the winter. And let's look forward to spring when those garlic sprout. All right, there you go. Got about an inch of crushed leaves down there. My plastic netting, just use some tent pegs to hold it down through the winter. That's gonna do it. Looking forward to that garlic. Well, there we go. The garlic's in. I am so looking forward to seeing it come up next spring. Thanks for watching North of 49 Gardening. We'll see you next time.